illustration, celebration. It's your Goat vs. Fish morning motivational. Verses 78. And would you look at that calligraphy? Look at that beautiful Goat vs. Fish. This calligraphy of Goat vs. Fish was done at the Stationary Park event in Los Angeles at the Santa Monica Women's Club. An entire pen and paper palooza hosted by Michelle Malizaki, whom you have seen on this very Goat vs. Fish morning motivational from Verses to Verses. We've got pen pals indeed. Now you hear some musications by Sunshine to welcome you to this morning motivational, which is about to begin. So pep up those horns and pep up those fins. Get your hydration, your caffeination, your inebriation. It's time for celebration. Because here on the Goat vs. Fish morning motivation, we wake up so you don't have to. We believe in you. We believe in you. Gather round the congregation, Goat and Fish. The Verses is about to begin. I can fix Amber Heard on a 75 stream viewing streak. Hasn't missed a versus in 75 streams. The Uncle Bo on a 5 stream streak. Celebration. TML81 just hit 87. Is it your 87th verse day today? GoatVsFish is currently on a 78 morning motivational stream streak. TML81 is on an 87 stream stake. Stream steak. Sunshine, an introduction for the mighty GoatVsFish.
Today, on the Morning Motivational, we're going to go over the stationary verses and everything that ensued in said stationary verses. We had a wild, upbeat Friday, and it's now time for your slow Monday as we recover from the Friday verses in the form of letting you know everything there is to know about the stationary verses. And for this, I bring to you the one and only GoatVsFish.
Goat and Fish, it's Sunshine on the strings, warming you up for this morning motivational. Let's start with the classic musication as you admire the board of GoatVsFish. You all know it, it goes little verses like this. GoatVsFish. Goat versus fish is goat versus fish. And it is what it is. Goat versus fish, the mighty goat fish. Goat versus fish is a goat and a fish. And the goat and fish versus. Goat versus fish brings the verses to you. We promise the verses we tell you are true. What's goat versus fish? You haven't a clue. But it is something to do with the rising of the sun. And there's so much to be done. We're gonna have so much fun while we're here with everyone. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. Goat are always versus the fish. Fish are always versus the goat. And it was written and it was wrote that goat versus fish and fish versus goat doesn't make any sense. Just please, please don't sit on the fence. No, 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 don't sit on the fence. It's goat versus fish. It's goat versus fish. Hello, friends. What animal choices are on offer this fine morning? The one and only sunshine. BRB 87 stream steak. Lady Gaga's poker face. It's goat versus fish and the unity of goat fish. Goat versus fish. Celebration, celebration, what a way what a way to warm up Goat vs. Fish. Warming up your hooves and fins, warming up the voice of Goat vs. Fish. Yes, there's been no rest for Goat vs. Fish. No rest for the sunshine, Goat vs. Fish. We had a long living stream, a 5-hour marathon morning motivational on Fry versus. And after that versus Sunshine, you had some marathon streams over the versus end, did you not? What sort of versus did you get up to on twitch.tv/itssunshine?
Oh, I played the Order 1886 from start to finish.
From start to finish?
Yes, for the first time.
Wow. So what happened in 1886?
Oh, the story's a little fancy, but basically the imperialist British people in the Victorian era were fighting vampires, werewolves, and they're trying to figure out where the pandemic virus that turned people into werewolves and vampires came from.
Oh, so it's turning them into Frankenfence creatures?
Yeah.
Oh, no. My verses. What happened to the Society of Goat and Fish? They were getting along swimmingly there.
Oh, there were little to no fish on both sides.
Oh, my verses.
But in the end,
so these games sell.
It was a fancy versus, but it was a very cinematic, lavish versus as well.
Stream title needs updating. Appreciation for this information. I can Big Samber. Let's do that. Let's update the stream title. Ancient Goat vs. Fish propaganda. They call it propaganda. How much, in your experience in playing games, how much of it is anti-goat versus fish propaganda, Sunshine?
By anti-goat propaganda, I would say, you mean there's no mention of goat or fish?
Or it's trying to convince you that the universe is something that isn't goat versus fish, or it's trying to make you make a false choice, or some verses like this?
I would say until there's a goat versus fish game, then every game is anti-goat versus fish.
Oh, my verses. Well, maybe by playing it, we can somehow reveal some goat versus fish within. Even when they try to make anti-goat versus fish propaganda, usually they cannot help putting goat versus fish in it as goat versus fish. Goat versus fish makes it all. Makes up the whole very universe itself. Then the stream title on Twitch has been updated. Celebration. Celebration. The stream title has been updated. Celebration. So you speak of a British versus of an ancient English versus?
Yes, a Victorian versus.
A Victorian versus. We don't know if this is a Victorian song or not, but we'll take your inspiration to play an Old English versus. We've played it once or thrice before on stream before. Oh, once I did. Versus that again. Oh, yes. Oh, once I did versus that goat. Oh, the mightiest goat in the land. Ah, but now I'd be glad of a chip of old hoof, if only a verses I had. Here's a due to old goatfish, here's a due. Oh, your verses are turning to fence. If the verse had been banished before I'd not chose these fences, I'd never have known. Once I did verses that fish. Oh, the mightiest fish in the sea. Ah, but now I'd be glad of a slimy old fin, if only a verses there be. Here's a due to old goatfish, here's a due. Oh, your verses are turning to fence. If the verse had been banished before I'd not chose these fences, I'd never have known. Here's a due to old GoatVsFish, here's a due. All your verses are turning to fence. If the verse had been banished before I'd not chose these fences, I'd never have known. Ooh, Lord Saturn is telling Sunshine that your guitar tone is smooth as butter. Smooth as goat butter.
Oh, thank you, Lord Saturn.
Oh, once I could verses with freedom, and once I could sing my own song. Ah, but now I'm on fences so long, and not knowing which way to verse. Here's a due to old GoatVsFish, here's a due. Your verses are turning to fence. If the verse had been banished before I'd not chose these fences, I'd never have known. We know it can be fancy out there. We know it can be fancy out there, Goat and Fish. But that's why here on the GoatVsFish Morning Motivational, we offer you a celebration for your vivaciousness, a celebration for your continuation, a celebration for you looking at those fences, right in the verses and saying whether I must go around, whether I must go up and then down, whether I must slip through, or whether we just ignored you. The Goat and Fish will keep on versing. We will keep on persisting. Some verses we may succeed. Some verses we may fail. Some verses we stand tough. Other verses we flail. But we continue, don't we, Goat and Fish? Some say, I do not wish to continue, I do not wish to continue. But GoatVsFish is going to continue with or without you. And GoatVsFish, and we think we speak for Sunshine too on this verses, we would rather continue with you. We would rather continue with the congregation. We would rather you be here with GoatVsFish. Through verse times and fence, through verse times and fence. A more mighty morning motivational Friday verses. Sunshine, sunshine. Sunshine, you conquered 1886. You conquered 1886. It was a long one. But you didn't give up, did you? Were there hard times along the way? Were there hard times along the way?
Yeah, some of the levels were just tedious and repetitive. But it didn't stop me from versing them.
No. No, didn't stop you from versing. Didn't stop you from versing them. And sometimes, yes, sometimes life can be tedious and repetitive too. But GoatVsFish finds that as long as we are here with you, the congregation, Goat vs. Fish looks at Lord Saturn's 25 stream streak. Goat vs. Fish doesn't feel tired and repetitive. 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 We feel like having a celebration. We feel like having a celebration. We think it's time. We think it's time. We think it's time for our morning celebrations. We think it's time for our morning celebrations. We think it's time for our morning celebrations. We're just moving around the whole verses like this, just for fun. We'll do this. We'll double the verses like this. Ooh, interesting verses. It's time for morning celebrations, yeah. It's time for morning celebrations, yes. Oh, yes. Morning celebrations, yes. Crazy awesome, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. Life is a celebration.
My fish army is ever growing, and soon I will overthrow the world. Very beautiful, very powerful.
Fish army! Tyrus with the fish army! And 200 bits for fish, and 200 bits for fish! Fish army! Can we get a march? Can we get a fish march, Sunshine, for the fish army? Fish, fish, army, fish, 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 fish. Tyrus appreciation for 200 bits and the ever-growing fish army. Celebration, celebration. Oh, my verses, we haven't heard that sound in a while. It's my turn to be the shark. I'm gonna be a cute. Can Jaws be cute? Can I be a cute killer shark? Oh, look at the cute killer shark. Look at the squish. Look at that squishy guy. Look at how squishy this guy is. Meow, 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 meow. Squawk, squawk, squawk. Squishy guy. Sorry, Eugene. Eugene was too slow. Eugene was too slow. Listen, the shark musications came up, Eugene, and you were just resting on the throne of Goat vs. Fish. So the squishy shark just took your verses. Yes, that's true. That's true. Even these fish can out-versus one another. They both want to versus the goat. Better move fast. So Goat vs. Fish then went to the Stationary Fest. Oh, nice versus, Sunshine. So Goat vs. Fish then went to the Stationary Fest. And now here we are again for you. No rest for the verses, but it's a celebration. Oh, the Uncle Bo with the gifted verses to Goat vs. Fish. The Uncle Bo celebration. The Uncle Bo celebration. The Uncle Bo Goat, the Uncle Bo Goat celebration. The Uncle Bo with a gifted versus celebration for Goat. Uncle Bo Goat, Uncle Bo Goat. Are you my Uncle Goat? Are you my Uncle Goat? Uncle Goat! Celebration! Celebration! Uncle Goat! Uncle Goat. Yes. Say, Sunshine, we've got this Twitch designated hype train for another 1 minute and 17 seconds. Perhaps if we receive another gifted sub or another 100 bits, it may continue. So why don't you just give us something really hype for, can you give us just like a super hype 60 seconds here on the GoatVsFish, on the GoatVsFish scam train that continues even now? GoatVsFish and Sunshine with a minute of hype. I can fix that bird with 45 bits. Straight down the neck, straight down the neck. Down the neck, yeah! Appreciation for your hype train contributions. Bud Morgan asks, can any goat or fish triumph? Sunshine, you want to have a crack at that one?
Yes.
It's a true versus. Sunshine with a true versus on that one. It's time for your morning celebrations. Time for your morning celebrations, yes. You know how it gets done, everyone. You know how it gets done, everyone. Even if you're at your labors, perhaps you are sitting on a fence somewhere, typing up that spreadsheet. Maybe you're just watching GoatVsFish on a phone in your car. Whatever it is you're doing, maybe you're already standing. Well, if you're standing, then straighten up, Goat and Fish. Straighten up, Goat and Fish. It's time for your morning celebrations. One's in the congregation if you do the morning celebrations with the GoatVsFish morning motivational. If you're doing the morning celebrations, we want to know. The Uncle Bo does the morning celebrations. Crazy Awesome does the morning celebrations. GoatVsFish is so used to pressing the applause sound alert for you, but we could just give you the direct verses like this. Oh yes, you deserve verses it. But Morgan's doing the morning celebrations. So get those feet shoulder width apart, turned forward or slightly out if it's more comfortable for you. Raise up those arms. And you say hey, and you welcome this new day, Goat versus fish, we know that some of you are in a place where you are better not heard but seen, but Goat versus fish, for the sake of all of you, is going to let out a primal scream. And if you can scream along with Goat versus fish. We're going to let it all out. We're going to let out all that tension, all that frustration with the fenciness of the universe. And if you can't yourself, then just live vicariously through Goat versus fish. Goat versus fish. That felt nice. That felt nice just to let it out. And now it's time for your morning celebrations. We start, we go down, and we get up. We practice getting off that fence. And here we versus. Celebration! That's one. Celebration! That's two. Celebration! That's three. Celebration! That's four. Just a few more. Celebration! That's five. Let's do the deep dive. Celebration! That's six. Let's twist. Twist again. Like we did last verses. Twist again. Like we did last stream. Okay. Here reverses. Celebration! Celebration! Let's do two more. Celebration! Big final verses. Celebration! Now here's an interesting verses. I Can Fix Amber Heard says, "This is the morning motivation. I'm down to do 5 more." Says I Can Fix Amber Heard. 5 more, you say? 5 more, you say? Sunshine, you may do what you wish, but Goat versus Fish is going to do 5 more. We're going to do 5 more. 5 more. 5 more, 5 times the verses. 5 more morning motivational. 5 more morning motivational. 5 times the verses. I Can Fix Amber Heard says, oh, let's do 5 more, and then continues, I'm gonna be honest, I only did 3 so far, so I'm doing it just keeping up. Well, it's an honest versus. It's an honest versus. It's an honest versus. 5 more for Goat versus Fish. 5 more for Goat versus Fish. Join us if you wish. We're getting stronger. We're getting stronger. We think we can manage 5 more. Celebration bonus 1. Celebration bonus 2. Celebration bonus 3. Celebration bonus 4. Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. Celebration bonus 5! Yeah! Celebration bonus 5! Celebration bonus 5. We now read from the verses of Mr. Rogers. Sunshine, can we get a verses between 1 and 126? You can just shout it out. It's okay.
$64.
64. When I'm 64. We now read from Your Special. A special Mr. Rogers type verses. Verses 64. And here reverses. The thing I remember best about successful people I've met is their obvious delight in what they do. And their delight seems to have very little to do with the trappings of worldly success. What an interesting verses. The Goat versus Fish takes delight in what we do. Sunshine, do you take delight in what you do? Do you take delight in plucking away at those strings? Is that something that you delight in?
Yeah, I take delight. Some days are not delightful, but most days are delightful.
It can be hard verses, can't it?
Yeah.
Celebration for your delight. Celebration for your delight. Celebration for your delight. Find some delight in what you do, and if there's nothing delightable about it, then you can take delight. You can take delight in Goat versus Fish. Speaking of taking delight in Goat versus Fish, the congregation is humbled as verses indeed, but it's still time to count the verses. It's time to count the verses still. Now, what you'll see here, What you'll see here is some evidence. Some evidence of what happened on Goat vs. Fish at the stationary Festiverses. Now, some of the fish got a little bit camouflaged on their way. But we had in the verses, we had 38 goat. We had 46 fish. We did achieve one unification of goat and fish. We had some internet goat because Goat vs. Fish did a live living stream during the Stationary Park Fest just for your bemusement. 7 internet goat and 4 internet fish. In terms of stickers and other merches purchased, we had 22 versus American dollars and 50 cents purchased by Goat. We had 2 versus American dollars and 50 cents versus by Fish. But there were more fish. There were more fish than Goat. No matter how you versus it, there were more fish than Goat. There was more purchases by Goat than Fish. And so we determined though. Well, what did we determine? Some of you may know. In a split versus like that, we have to find some other way to determine who does triumph. And we did. We did determine who triumphed. But now the versus has come. To clear the board once again. To make way for a new versus. Well, Goat and Fish, we think we can't keep the fence out of the verses here. The fish did triumph. At Stationary Park, the Goat streak of 4 has ended. Derelictica, welcome back to Goat vs. Fish. Derelictica, appreciation for a subscription to Goat vs. Fish. Derelictica, appreciation for your subscription to Goat vs. Fish. 12 months of Goat vs. Fish. Derelictica. I determined that Goat are the best Alpine Ibex for life. The Alpine Ibex is a very strong goat, indeed. Since you're getting specific with it, let's look at an Ibex just for you, Derelictica. We do so welcome you back to the Morning Motivational. So let's look at, we love looking at that Ibex. Since you brought up a specific goat, who are we? Who are we not to show you a mighty Ibex when you call for it? Here's a fine one. Come on, Ibex, let's versus. Oh, my versus. We clicked on an Ibex and it brought us to a versus of a mountain goat. Well, here we are. We've got it. The Ibex, behold. Behold the Ibex. Behold the Ibex. The mightiest horns in all of the Goat verses. Keeping warm up there. This is a wild goat. This wild goat looks on at its fenced up, farmed brethren and says, Goat, you're getting soft and domesticated. You gotta be a wild goat. Strong wild goat. Not as metal punk rock as Ruibach. Oh, we remember Ruibach. Goats do be wild, Lord Saturn. Goats do be wild. That's an Ibex. Derelictica, appreciation for a year of Goat versus Fish. Appreciation for a year of Goat versus Fish. Appreciation for a year of Goat versus Fish. Time to clear the verse. We used to spray so much hydration upon here. We thought, we need more to make it clean, but we have found that no, too much just spreads the fenciness around. We don't need to spread the fenciness around. We want a nice, dry verses of Goat vs. Fish for future countings. Goat mornings to you, Dragon Balls 325. Goat morning to you. Goat morning to you. Goat vs. Fish still needs to send you some shirts because you're versing on some musications, aren't you? As you know, Dragon Balls 325 shreds a mean guitar and has been working on a versus, an auto versus where they play the goat part and the fish part and they versus themselves in a guitar battle competition. Sunshine, have you ever versus yourself in a guitar battle competition where you play one versus and then you play another versus in response to your own verses, and then you play another verses in response to your first verses, and then you see how you sound as you versus yourself?
You mean like a loop pedal?
Well, that could be one versus. We're thinking more like a dueling guitars, but you're playing one verses and then you duel yourself in the next verses, and then you duel yourself in the next verses.
I don't really do guitar duels.
Oh, is that so? Oh, is that so?
Yeah.
Is that not something they did over there in education land?
Not really. We just learned music. We didn't really duel guitars. Dueling guitars is good for like guitar-centered drum offs and stuff.
But a duel can be also a conversation.
Oh, like a jam?
Mm.
Well, yeah, we jam all the time.
There was one little unification there at the stationary park. It was very fine. It was very fine indeed.
Oh, thank you, Derek.
Derelictica.
Derelictica.
Yeah.
Celebration.
Hey, Derelictica, since we haven't seen you here in the verses, maybe you've been lurking away. But Derelictica, if you don't follow our musication maker, It's Sunshine, who's here every morning motivational stream, go and follow Sunshine on twitch.tv/itssunshine.
Yay.
And you can hear more saucy jams like these.
Oh, thank you, Derek.
Derelict?
Sorry, Derelictica.
Derelictica. Even Dragon Balls 3 admits Derelictica is a homie. So Goat vs. Fish has been in communication with a local tavern about a Valley Comedy is a Joke Fest bonus versus, but we keep going back and forth, and then they said they'd get back to Goat vs. Fish with dates. We hope they get back to Goat vs. Fish with dates, but even if they don't, we've already so very triumphed this whole Netflix is a Joke versus. We've already secured the verses. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see how it be. We'll just have to see how it be. But if you want to book, Goat vs. Fish will just say this to anyone watching or anyone out there. Goat vs. Fish and Sunshine are available for travel and booking for the Goat vs. Fish Morning Motivational, which can be done at any hour. As long as you can cover the travel and lodging expenses and a little extra verses on top for Goat vs. Fish and Sunshine, we will very, 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 very likely, strongly, very, very, very consider definitely going and doing that versus. We think so.
Yeah, I'll get back to you on that. The travel might be, it might vary depending on what I have going on.
Oh, of course. Well, the timing must be considered, of course.
Yeah.
But we are merely suggesting that if it's all expenses covered for the show, then a long way will that go. Send your offer to Goat vs. Fish. Send your offer to Sunshine. We'll ponder it. We'll consider it. We will consider it. How much to Seattle? I Can Fix Amber says, I asked this. Send your offer to me. We shall. Give us a month, and of course, the further out it is, then the less the cost may be. Although Goat vs. Fish, although we could always drive there. But sure, we'll ponder it. We'll have a conversation with Sunshine. We'll find out how much it would cost to go to Seattle to do a show, and we'll let you know. Surely if the verse American dollars are tall enough, anything's versable. I was considering buying a bass guitar with this exact look on the wood. Very nice. I like it. So they make these. Does this get made in bass?
Oh, it's a koa top. It's the top is koa, the body is mahogany, the neck is mahogany. But it's really just appearance for me. But there's some toned wood specifics.
Goat vs. Fish would crush at college house parties. Sounds great. That's a whole other versus getting booked on the college circuit. We think we could get booked on the college circuit. College circuit is always looking for very PC verses that are not going to be causing any trouble there at the university. So we think that, Goat vs. Fish could do great. Could do great at your local college. I'd love to see Goat vs. Fish as a pre-show party for Hell's Heroes 2027. Well, Goat vs. Fish would love to too. Lord Saturn, here's the verses, Lord Saturn. How about we get together and we make a metal band, and then they will never be able to deny Goat vs. Fish. Derelictica is asking, are you goat or fish to Dragon Balls 325? And that's just the verses. Are you goat or are you fish? Are you goat or are you fish? It's time to count the verses. Derelictica is goat, and Derelictica with a subscription for goat. You want an ibex? Well, we don't have an ibex here. We don't have a magnet ibex, but we do have this sleek, wild alpine goat. So we're going to give you an alpine goat style subscription for goat. Alpine style subscription for goat, celebration for goat. Dragon Balls 325 is in the verses for goat. That's another goat, celebration for goat. We believe in you, Derelictica. We believe in you, Dragon Balls 325. I Can Fix Amber Heard is on the fence still. High on the fence, and with a stick. And that stick is growing ever so slightly with a gifted sub and 45 bits. That's a taller stick than normal. 45 bits for the fence. At the very least, as we look back at what happened. The Uncle Bo with the gifted verses, the Uncle Bo goat. Goat are not at all pleased that Fish took the previous verses, that Fish began a streak of one. That Fish began a streak of one. The Uncle Bo with this. Let's go with this versus. We haven't done this Nubian goat in a while. Very fine. Very, very nice ears on that one. Goat, that's a second goat subscription. We had Tyrus the Fish. And Tyrus the Fish with 200 bits and a fish army for 300 bits. And then I Can Fix Amber Heard play the Jaws effect for 200, and you might think that would go to the fence, but no, if you're playing a Jaws effect, that's for Fish. That's 500 for Fish. TML is Fish. How are Fred and Ted, TML? How are Fred and Ted this verse is? Celebration for TML Fish. Lord Saturn, goat. Since Hell's Heroes 2025, I've been goat, and celebration for Lord Saturn, goat. The fourth goat in the verses. Are you goat or are you fish? Checking now, scrolling back into the past of all of the support you've given for Goat versus Fish. Yes, 200 for Tyrus. Oh, I Can Fix Amber, 200 for Jaws. So that's another 200 for Jaws. So that's 200 from Tyrus for Fish. Should be 500 for Fish. It is 500 for Fish. Nice verses. So many posers. Who are these posers, Derelictica? Who are these posers? J-Sticks is fish. Celebration for fish. We believe in you, J-Sticks. We believe in you. We believe in you. I can fix Amber to sing boo fish. You're saying boo fish, and yet you say boo fish, and yet it was you, who summoned the shark fish? What the fence is going on with that? Let's look backwards. Let's look backwards in the chat. Goat versus fish. So we have BBDH 187. Oh my, versus Lord Saturn with 500 bits. Lord Saturn with 500 big bits. 500 big bits. We want 5 big hits for Lord Saturn. Lord Saturn celebration. Lord Saturn celebration. Lord Saturn celebration. 500 to match the fish. 500 to match the fish. The goat and fish are getting matched. It's an even match, goat and fish. Goat and fish, they're getting matched. It's an even match between goat and fish. Fish started with a splash and a splish, and versus that goat and versus. Goat came back with an outer planetary Saturn attack, yeah. Doing rings around fish. Locked in an even versus. Oh, locked in an even versus, yeah. Locked in an even versus. Lord Saturn with 500 bits. The Uncle Bo is booing the fence. The fence is booing the goat and the fish. Morning cartoon. Does this all feel like a morning cartoon to you? Does this all just feel like a big morning cartoon to you? Does this all feel like a morning cartoon to you? It's time. We think it's time. It may be time for your morning cartoons. Might be time for your morning cartoon. And here is your morning cartoon. That was a morning cartoon brought to you by Professor Matt Bopp, who is indeed an art professor. We wonder how the old professor's doing. They made that art example for Goat versus Fish, and they used it as an example to show their students about how the kind of art video, the kind of stop motion that you can make. We wonder how the old professor's doing. We should find that Professor Matt Bopp. Art Bopp? Matt Bopp. Matt Bopp is a saint and a scholar? Oh, yes. Oh, dear, Professor. We haven't heard from them since the fence-demic. We have another fence sitter. We have Bud Morgan on the fence. Yes. Bud Morgan on the fence, yes. Bud Morgan on the fence. So this is the current verses. There were some earlier goat and fish in the congregation, But we are just going to count this as it is. We're going to count this as it is. If you are lurking in the congregation and you declared goat or fish earlier, if you declared goat versus fish earlier, we're going to get TML 81 because we've got the YouTube verses and the Twitch verses. If you are a goat or a fish and you declared earlier this verses, but it did not get counted, then declare again. Are you goat or fish? Are you goat or fish? We have 4 goat. We have 4 fish. We have 2 subscriptions for goat. We have 500 bits for goat. We have 500 bits for fish. We have 45 for the fence and 2 fence sitters. It truly is anyone's verses. It truly is anyone's verses. Oh, and Goat vs. Fish didn't even start a YouTube poll. Goat vs. Fish didn't even start a YouTube poll this verses, but that's okay. It's a different verses every day. It's a different verses every day. Main Tank 07 goes fish. Fish swimming into the lead now with 5 fish with Main Tank 07. Main Tank. Is it Main Tank 07? Is it Main Tank 07? Or is it Main Tank and with like a salutation? Because we've seen 07 be like a salutation. So is it like Main Tank salutation? We want to know this. We want to know. We want to know. We want to know. Crazy Awesome. Are you goat or are you fish? Crazy Awesome wanted the one true question, and you just got it. You think I Can Fix Amherst Stick should grow? Well, so does Goat versus Fish, but it needs more feeding. It needs more feeding for that to happen. Crazy Awesome Big Fish! Sunshine, take a note. That next fish. Fish. We were debating if your craziness was goat or fish in the previous verses. So here's the current verses. Now we have 6 fish. 4 goat, 2 subscriptions for goat, 500 for goat, 500 for fish. And it's anyone's verses. Hi-Fi Protege has made their unexpected return. Hi-Fi Protege, we saw you declaring goat earlier this verses. Your presence reminds us of your goat. We add your goat. We add your goat to the verses of Goat versus Fish. Probably was goat last time, so Crazy Awesome is just that crazy. Imagine being a fish stinky instead of a musky stinky. So stupid. Stupid, stinky, stupid, stinky. Lord Saturn, appreciation again for 500 for goat. Fish me, says BBDH187. Oh, we fished you. No, that was TML81. We'll fish you. We'll fish you, BBDH. You all have so many 8s in your names. So many 8s, like Crazy 8-some and Derelictatica and Hi-Fi 8-J and I Can Fix 8-Burr Herd. So many 8s. You all just have so many 8s in your usernames. I have so many 8s. So Goat versus Fish went to the Stationary Fest. 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 Appreciation. Carolyn, can fish us anytime. Know what I'm saying? Well, we do know what you're saying because you just said it. You just said it to Goat versus Fish. So you may say, Goat versus Fish. What happened at that Stationary Fest? What happened at that Stationary Fest? Well, we're going to show you. We're going to show you what happened at the Stationary Fest. We're going to show you what happened at that Stationary Fest. We're going to show you what happened at that Stationary Fest.
The independents, the moderates, the center-right people, the fence-sitters, they are going gonzo.
We're going to show you. We're going to show you. We're going to show you what happened at the Stationary Fest at the Santa Monica Women's Club. But we want to invitation all of you to follow Stationary Park. And remember, if you're like, why would I want to follow some stationary festival? Well, remember that Stationary Park, Goat versus Fish, that Stationary Park is brought to you by Michelle Malizaki, who's a guest on Goat versus Fish. And don't you want to support the guests of Goat versus Fish? I think you do. So here is instantgram.com/stationarypark event. You can go and follow it on the Instagram. Bud Morgan says, my fence is so high right now. How did that happen? Did you build your fence up too high? Did you build yourself up too high? Did you build yourself up too high? So GoatVsFish has this book. GoatVsFish has this book. Our guest book of GoatVsFish. And in it contains many illustrations. When GoatVsFish goes to an event, goes to a convention, and we have illustrations. We ask the goat and fish there at the congregation when they are passing by, and they're looking, how do I engage with GoatVsFish? How do I comprehend GoatVsFish? What do we do? What's happening at this booth? I've never heard of such a thing as GoatVsFish. We invitation them. We hand them the mighty pen of GoatVsFish, and we say, why don't you draw a goat or a fish, or write a message to a goat or a fish? It's a free verses. This gets the goat and fish committing to GoatVsFish, adding a verses of their own essence into GoatVsFish in conversation with all of the other goat and fish who have made their own illustrations or left there verses of wisdom. And so now we have collected many verses, and this stationary fest is just another one. And we're going to get into that. We're going to show you what we saw. But first, we want to show you that a calligraphy society was there giving away free calligraphy of GoatVsFish. And we want to show you this beautiful GoatVsFish calligraphy. We failed to get it last year. Last year, we were just a bit too late. Let's have a look at this GoatVsFish calligraphy. It's coming. Have a look at this. Have a look at this beautiful verses. Look at that beautiful GoatVsFish calligraphy. Look at that verses, and it's shiny too. You like that? So GoatVsFish, in addition to the rubber hose style images of Sunshine and GoatVsFish done by Lucid Nap, GoatVsFish is going to turn this into a sticker too. Sometimes when GoatVsFish is out there, we find that there are these long, thin spaces that could just use GoatVsFish. So we think we're going to make a long, thin sticker out of this. And we're going to make a sticker of it, and we are going to, of course, make it an offering to all the members of the GoatVsFish Patreon. All paying members of the GoatVsFish Patreon is going to get a sticker of this, is going to get a sticker of this. It's going to get a sticker of this. Remel says, can I get a high-quality photo of it to get is a tramp stamp? Well, you can start with this. Take a screenshot. Here it is. Sunshine, thanks for the follow. Big love. So you gave Trainwreck a follow? Isn't that nice?
Yeah. Gave him a follow yesterday. Stop by the screen. Much appreciation to Trainwreck.
Appreciation indeed.
And to Active Sample.
Remels, are you goat or fish? Remels, are you goat or fish? Remels, are you goat or fish?
I give it Amber Heard might have a Sunshine tramp stamp before choosing either goat or fish.
Might be. Might just be. Might just be. Remels goes fish. Trainwreck, are you goat or fish? Remels fish. Beautiful fish. Remels fish. Remels, do you follow Sunshine at twitch.tv/itssunshine? Because you should. You all should. Trainwreck goes fish as well. Trainwreck goes fish as well. The fish army is ever growing. That's 9 fish. That's 9 fish. That's 9 fish. That's 9 fish. So yes, if you want a sticker of this, in the future verses, join patreon.com/GoatVsFish. We have started a twice shouting out the patrons every stream versus where the first time we merely show you the patrons of Goat vs. Fish and implore you to join the Patreon of Goat vs. Fish. And at the end of the stream, we read all the names of the patrons. Please join patreon.com/GoatVsFish. Do you subscribe to Disney Plus? Do you subscribe to Netflix? Oh, they're making contentment for you, but they don't really care about you like Goat vs. Fish do. They don't really care for you like Goat vs. Fish, making communication directly to you. Consider joining patreon.com/GoatVsFish for $5 versus American dollars a month. 5, 10, even 20, even plenty. To support the continuation of the mighty celebration of the morning motivation of Goat vs. Fish. Appreciation of the goat and fish. Goat vs. Fish saw your stand-up live, says Trainwreck. Was super vibe. Sorry I couldn't message. Was at work during that. Oh, that's okay. We are so pleased you saw Goat vs. Fish live. Whenever any of you see Goat vs. Fish live, Goat vs. Fish is pleased to take any pictures with you, so just give a tap to Goat vs. Fish and we'll immortalize that versus forever and ever and ever and ever until a magnetic storm comes and wipes out every single piece of electronic media that ever existed. And we just have to get back to remembering what Goat vs. Fish looked like. Goat vs. Fish says, I believe I am part of the humble elite congregation. Yes, it is true. Yes, it is true. It is known. It is known when Goat vs. Fish reads this verses, we always make the correction that Lord Saturn is indeed part of the elite humble congregation. But you'll just have to forgive Goat vs. Fish. We also have to add Lysergic Fish to the unification congregation. So please permit Goat vs. Fish this verses as we look forward to making that correction. Because it's a true verses. My Lysergic name is still bigger than mine. Yes, I can fix Ambert. It's true. You want to cry about it? Goat vs. Fish. So now we want to show you. We want to show you the illustrations. We want to show you the illustrations, but where's Goat vs. Fish going to show you these illustrations from? Goat vs. Fish needs some sort of desk, some sort of table on which to show you. Now we do have this versus, but it's filled with the disrepaired shrine of Goat vs. Fish. So we need some other kind of table. And Goat vs. Fish thinks we know just how to do it. We think we know just how to do it. Sunshine, we're going to give your, how are you feeling on that axe? Are you looking forward to some finger rest, or are you feeling you're in the groove? Are you in the groove? How are you feeling about that?
I'll have some finger rest.
Have some finger rest. Okay, well, we've got a great verses for you to do during your finger rest, which is to do some bricklaying. That'd be a great way for you to rest your fingers, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we think it's time to build a table of Goat vs. Fish. We're gonna build a table of Goat vs. Fish. So that Goat vs. Fish, we think it can be done. Goat vs. Fish. Well, let's ponder this. We're going to build some sort of desk for Goat vs. Fish to put this verses on. We're going to listen to some thunder tracks while we do. We're going to listen to some light thunder tracks in the background while we build this table. Should take 20 minutes at most. Oh, probably. The highly modular verses of Goat vs. Fish. So let's get to building. Oh wow, Sunshine is going table on top of table. That is so wise, Sunshine. We Oh, my verses.
Ta-da.
Ta-da! That's the whole verses?
That's a fraction of the ta-da.
It's a fraction. So this needs to support an entire book of Goat versus Fish.
Oh, easy.
Easy?
Put it in the middle.
Oh, of course, of course.
You want another lead for the other table?
Oh yes, indeed. How about we start with these big verses. See, Goat versus Fish is going to... We see that you've done a lot of vertical verses, but Goat versus Fish, we're going to go for more stability over here. More stability. More stability. Just like this. As a matter of Goat versus Fish, we're going to take this opportunity to build some more bricks of Goat versus Fish. It's just what we need. Sunshine going behind. Sunshine from behind. Oh, we see. Are we having some mismatched verses here? We see now. We see now. We see now. Well, Goat versus Fish thought, what if we just built up the whole verses? What if we just didn't even use this centrally table? We just built up the whole verses. That was the original intention of Goat versus Fish.
Oh, then you can take off the table then.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
It was a nice framework. Goat versus Fish. We're playing with blocks. Goat versus Fish. We're going to build one more. It's not a wall, it's a table. We're building a support system. We're supporting Goat vs. Fish. We're not fencing in Goat vs. Fish. There's a new versus. There's a new versus. Look at that. My table is 1,000 miles across and has barbed sections. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hey, Goat, I have your sombrero for some reason. Goat vs. Fish saw a sombrero in the back of the verses, but are you certain that that's not your verses? Why would you have the sombrero of Goat vs. Fish? We did see one there, but we're just going to have to check with Goat vs. Fish. We're just going to have to check to see. Ooh, Sunshine, can you scoot ever so closer so they can see you in frame there? Yeah. There we are. Do you remember taking your bongos from the place of Goat vs. Fish? Do you remember that versus? You don't remember putting them in there? Oh, my verses. Oh, my verses, Hi-Fi Protege. Oh, my verses. Goat vs. Fish remembers. It was a mighty Friday versus. So this song by Thunder Tracks is We're Gonna Make It, and Sunshine and Goat vs. Fish are making it right now. Sunshine, did we decide you're okay with the camping idea? We think Sunshines can speak for themselves, of course, but it's all okay. It's all okay. We're just having some conversations about the logistics of the camping versus.
Yeah, I'm not super into camping, so it's a pretty long conversation. Yeah, I'm more used to, buildings, electricity, water, all those things. So
well, there will be hydration there of this, we can assure you. And we can bring electricity too. We can bring our own. Because we bring the battery powers and also the solar of Goat vs. Fish.
I know you guys want to watch me me versus the wild, so I'll show you. It is some very scary person.
Well, you see, Sunshine says to Goat vs. Fish, they want to watch me suffer. And we do not deny this. This is the fate of all streamers for the congregation who want to watch them suffer. But then Goat vs. Fish is pondering, we want you to enjoy your camping. But if Sunshine insists that they will suffer, then this gives some hesitation to Goat vs. Fish, because we want to have a fine versus. We want to have a fun versus. We do foresee it. at some verses in the future, but we just may have to have some patience. Oh, there is a verses. There is a whole other verses. It's not about suffering, says I Can Fix Amber Heard. It's about watching sunshine, enjoy a new experience. Well, that's what we would hope from GoatVsFish. We don't want the suffering of sunshine, says I Can Fix Amber Heard. That gives me hesitation too if he feels iffy about it. Well, there is even we have talked about car camping, but there's another verses. Ooh, how about this? How about this for your pondering, sunshine? There's a super, if you really want to get into the most easiest verses of camping that we could ever ponder, we could do backyard camping with GoatVsFish, where we set up the tent of GoatVsFish just out there in the yard of GoatVsFish. And of course we commit to staying out there. We commit to staying out there unless you have to relieve yourself, in which verses you can go inside. But apart from that verses, we commit to being outside for the whole verses. And we commit to sleeping outside for the verses. And it's backyard camping with GoatVsFish. Introduction to camping, backyard style with GoatVsFish.
I'll ponder the verses.
It will be pondered. It will be pondered. Ponder, yay! That's a great introduction to it for sure. Yes, because you can do all the preparation. You can do all the preparation, and you can pack your things you want to consume, and you can pack all your hydration, and you can bring all of your power with you. You can bring all of your power with you. You bring it all with you, and you just commit to being out there. But in an emergency versus, you of course you can go within, but there you have it. Celebration. We think we're nearly high enough. Nice. That's okay. We think we only needed to be 3. We think we could do 3. Lord Saturn is making angry robotic bee music. They're going to build Legos with Mom. We see that we are providing some inspiration. GoatVsFish would like to appreciation our congregation.
Dare contribution $5. Hey, this is a song link. I hope you click it. You will GoatVsFish it.
Oh, $5 American dollars to play a song on GoatVsFish. We'll have a verses. Little verses. We'll have a little verses. Oh. So yes, Sunshine, we think that this construction is going just fine. And we think, yes, it really only needs to be three wide, we think. We think it only needs to be about 3 wide. A song link for $5 American dollars? We'll take a chance. We'll take a chance on that. I've been told how YouTube and Twitch can be fancy. YouTube and Twitch can be fancy. As long as you don't get dinged for copyright, do it. Well, we might. We might get dinged for copyright, but we'll at least take a peek. For $5 American dollars, we'll take a peek. We'll take a peek at that versus. Appreciation. That was 5. That was 5 for Goat versus Fish. $5 American dollars. So was that $5 American dollars from Goat or from Fish? Is this an IKEA? Is this an IKEA? Is this an IKEA? We have Dara. Is that Derelictica? Derelictica? Goat or fish? Goat or fish? Once more, Derelictica. Does today reset for the 5-hour Friday stream? Not yet. Not yet. We have not created another stretch goal. We are certain there will be more in the future, but we have not created one just yet. We have not created one just yet. But we appreciate your interest in that versus. So this is, we think we can do this versus. This is Interstellar on fretless bass. That sounds hauntingly beautiful. Fretless bass, but this bass has frets on it. That's confusing. Goat versus Fish. But we'll have a listen to this cover, this Interstellar cover. We think we can do this. I think we can do this. Goat versus fish, goat versus fish, goat versus fish, listening to some bass. Those are frets for sure. Those are frets for sure. Maybe there's more instrumentation that we have yet to see. So let's play it and let's hear this hauntingly beautiful sounds. Sounds very harmonic to Goat versus Fish. Sunshine is enthralled. Opinion formulation. Why did they say it's fretless? It looks very fretted to Goat versus Fish. Oh, there's the verses. There's the fretless verse. We have chief stability. We have chief stability on Goat versus Fish.
Celebration. Stability.
What say you, Sunshine? What say you about that musication?
It was very nice. Very nice musications.
Very nice. There you have it.
Yeah.
Thanks to Sunshine's building and laborious efforts, we have creation this table of Goat versus Fish. Now, could Goat versus Fish get some kind of a desk that we could have here? Was there an easier way? Perhaps, but Goat versus Fish had fun. We had fun building that versus. We think that was a fun versus.
We did 3 different iterations. This one might have been the best one. It is literally just, it's a table with all letters. Not a single gap in the middle.
So here we versus. We are going to now look at the celebration of the stationary park illustrations. Now here we can witness. Ooh, it might be a little bright to perceive. Let's see if we can get closer for superior perceptions. So this is from previous verses. Previous verses of Goat versus Fish. Previous illustrations. Oh, whoa. What the fence is that? Handfish. Fish go fish.
Are these all from yesterday?
Oh no, these are older verses. These are from Green Jellÿ shows and other Festiverses past. We are turning towards the present. $420 final offer for what for? What is this for? 420 versus American dollars. What is it? What is this offering for? We'll take 420 versus American dollars
For the table?
for the table.
You'd assemble it yourself. That's the bricks and the table.
Here we have Pen Paper Palooza / Stationary Park. It was called Pen Paper Palooza last versus. It's called Stationary Park this versus. So we began just with this in the corner here. As you can see. And then invitation to illustrations. We think the first goat may have been this goat here. See that goat? Nice goat.
It's like a cow.
Okay. What? Oh wait, no, maybe that was the first goat. Maybe that's the first goat.
Oh, celebration.
Celebration for goat. You can imagine that at a pen and paper Festiverse is that the average illustration capability of a typical goat and fish is going to be higher. So there, we think that was first goat. It's kind of sleepy eye goat. Calm goat. This is worth so much more than 420. So you want to offer 420 versus American dollars for this book of Goat versus Fish? What is that the offering you're making to Goat versus Fish? And then fish. What was that first fish? What was that first fish? We're not certain what was the first fish, but let's have a look at this fish. Ooh, fish fan. Fan of fish. Isn't that a nice fish? So yes, we had lots of goat and fish. We'll just go goat by fish, goat by goat. We'll just go from goat to fish and goat to fish. And then we have this. Look at it. Look at that silly goat. Look at that silly goat. Tongue out goat. Its eyes are kind of...
I think it's a goatee. No?
It has a goatee. Oh, no, we thought maybe that's a tongue? That's a tongue of goat? You think that's a goatee of goat?
I see the tongue.
You see the tongue now. Yeah. Yes. And we see, look at the coloration on the ears, double coloration on the ears. Googly eyes, pointy horns goat. Here we have a fish. Keep swimming past these goats. Cheeky smile fish. Now, we have fish like these, too. This one sort of looks like an infinity fish, we said.
But? I thought you were going to say but.
Oh, no. No butts.
It's no goofy fish.
No butts in this verse.
But it's not infinity.
Dare contribution $5. More musification for the GoatVsFish to deliberations.
As you wish. More musications, more deliberations.
Celebration.
We are pleased to do it. Goat versus fish. Goat versus fish. Here we have, if System of a Down were from India, it says. Are we ready for this, Sunshine?
What can go wrong? Go to copyrights.com.
Oh, you think so?
Just for the riff alone. But I'm not sure if the lyrics would offset it, but the riff might. But I'm not entirely sure, but you can play it. And sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just reading what Derek is saying. Derek Lister. He says we won't, so maybe we can take his word for it. And if anything happens, we can pin it on him.
Well, we're going to play this. We're not going to do our analysis of the illustrations while we're listening to this because we want to just in case it gets fenced up, we want to hear the audio of Goat versus Fish talking about the illustrations.
Ah, yes.
So we're just going to play through this. We're going to have a listen.
Yeah, it does sync up.
Oh, yes?
No, I mean, it does sync up.
So is this what sort of mashup is this? Is this an incidental mashup, or are they?
I think he just heard it and he decided to play a cover over it.
Pataka Goody remix. Neuron Sisters X So AD. So yes, this is an unknowing, unwitting collaboration. It's no 1 pound fish though. It's nice, but it's not quite 1 pound fish.
It's very clean playing. I think the congregation's waiting for me to sing along. But I would be like, oh, I don't know the standard.
They will have to just learn the hard way.
Whoa. Hey guys, fun fact.
Fun facts?
Yeah.
What's the fun fact?
I don't know how to speak this language. Surprise.
It might not be like that. It might just be, hey, here's an interesting musication.
Yeah. No, I mean, just a sing along, I guess. I think you were doing this Tamat thing, they're looking for a collaboration.
Oh, well, we are pleased to offer it by GoatVsFish. It's no, what's the verses? Sangrila? Sun?
Oh, it's not Sanskrit.
Sun? No, the verses that we were singing just.
Oh, Surandani.
Sarangani.
Surandani.
It's not Sarangani.
Surandani.
Surangani.
Yeah, it's no Surandani.
There's no 1 pound fish either. Have you heard the 1 pound fish song?
Oh, is it the Indian dude singing about 1 pound fish?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember those verses.
So you know the 1 pound fish.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is the same one.
Yeah.
1 pound fish meets red hot chili peppers.
Yeah.
No, but this is the verses we want here. Should fish celebrate this, selling dead fish for consumption? Well, we haven't heard a celebration like that for goat, so...
It could be a funeral song.
It could be a funeral song for fish. Oh, my verses! Derelict Ticka with the musication contribution
Their
again.
Contribution $5. Here is cultural educations about my origins.
Cultural educations about your origins. Derelict Ticka taking over the stream with contributions. How can we deny? How can we cannot deny appreciation? Another $5 versus American dollars. Another $5 versus American dollars. Derelict Ticka, are you goat or are you fish? Here is cultural educations about my origins. We'll take a peek here and we'll see what we've got here.
This is Planet Earth.
Oh, this is, okay. 18 years ago. 3,687,821 views. Shall we get into it?
Celebration.
Now, this is a whole form of stream that is known to happen. There are streams where it's a media playing stream, and you're like, oh, one verse American dollar for 10 seconds, and then there's a whole verses where you can, where you tip however many millions of verse American dollars you want, and within the tip you also post the link in the tip, and then it plays the verses depending on how much it plays more seconds of the verses depending on how much you pay, and there are whole streams that are dedication to just doing that verses.
Yeah.
But you have to be okay. You have to be okay with copyright in that verses, because you never know what's going to happen. So this is an education. This is an education of where you're from. Okay, let's have a look.
Dirt. And this is Norway. Many people think that Norway is the capital of Sweden. So if you think so right now, you...
Did you ever think that, Sunshine?
Not until now. Not until now. But once I heard it, I'm like, is it?
Is it?
Now I don't know.
No, you don't know. Well, that's what we're here to learn.
You are wrong. Since ancient time,
You're wrong!
Norway has survived on fish, potatoes,
Celebration for fish!
rocks, and plundering. And then in the 1960s,
Are you
we
goat or
invented
are you
the oil.
fish?
We gave up rocks and plundering, but we still like fish and potatoes.
Celebration for
The
fish.
invention of oil has in many ways laid the foundation of today's society, where we are born with skis on our feet. Even before we learned how to walk or even stand, we got dragged into a big ski called a pulk. But as soon as they learn how to stand on their own feet, they are forced to love skiing.
Dragon Ball Street Fighter. This dude sounds like Squeeze Girl.
During these ski trips, they also learn how to love the lunch packet. The lunch packet's most popular containment is a frozen piece of bread with a slice of yellow cheese on it. But soon
What about fish? Why not a fish sandwich? Skis are a bit fancy to goat versus fish. It's because it's like you're taking two fence posts and putting them down. But we suppose that if the fence post insists on being fancy, that the least they can do is agree to be stepped on and then to glide across the snowy, frozen sea of the fish on top of Goat Mountain land. So some ski on two fence posts, some ski on one big wide fence post that we think they call a slow board or something like that.
enough, we learn how easy it is to get something else. Bedtime stories are a big thing in Norway. They mainly evolve around scary creatures like trolls and a guy called Askeladden. And
We think we've got some trolls here in the congregation. Hey, make some noise in the congregation if you think that you're a troll and you've just been trolling goat versus fish this whole verse is.
these stories are the main reason why the children are afraid of the dark. Even though we Norwegians got extremely wealthy from inventing the oil, we keep forgetting to buy more kindergartens. So socializing is a rare expense for some kids. But what we do buy a lot of are schools. We start school at the age of 6 and graduate after we learned that Norway is not the capital of Sweden.
We think, but education in versus America, we think starts earlier than that. They want to, but then again, it's a private versus. Maybe they want to get your versus American dollars as soon as you enter this very existence of goat versus fish. They say, you should pay us for education for certain. When did you begin your education?
I can't remember. Maybe 3 or 4.
Beodin 420 is continuing their education.
And the Norwegian special letters Oh, and lunch packet with the frozen bread and the cheese is still popular here. 2 weeks before the final exams and graduation, the grad students put on red and blue overalls. Then we drink and drive red and blue cars.
How do they determine if they're... Wait, so this is where you're from, Derelictica? How do you determine which one is red and which one is blue? Do they ask, are you red or are you blue, in some sort of perverse reimagining of goat versus fish? How do we determine this versus? If you had this red versus blue situation going on the mean streets of Los Angeles, you might find yourself in a whole other kind of fancy situation. It's all in what you studed. Oh, it's all in what you study. So which kind of goat and fish wear the red, and which kind of goat and fish wear the blue? Is it one like a scientific versus and one's an artistic versus? We know y'all so silly. Oh yes, it's so humorous what happens out there. BBH 187 indeed.
Sometimes also buses while not doing our homework. The 17th of May is the last day of celebration.
Celebration! Oh, we heard about this versus. Oh, goat versus fish. As a matter of goat versus... Wait, is this a versus of This is a versus of Norway. Goat versus fish thinks... Yes, an old member of the congregation of Goat versus Fish, whom Goat versus Fish has known for several million years, recently gained their Norwegian citizenship in a very recent versus. They're over there. They have a couple of spawn, and they gained Norwegian citizenship, and they were enjoying the celebration. Wasn't your big celebration just yester versus or the verses before for your independence and freedom to choose goat or fish or something like that?
And this also happens to be our day of independence. On this day,
Yes, that's the verses.
we celebrate our liberty, our fish and potatoes
Celebration for fish!
and oil. We have flags and eat Norwegian traditional food like hot dog. Kids and grown-ups also wear a traditional dress made from wool.
Is this musication by a Norwegian, as you call it? The Are You Goat or Are You Fish in the Hall of the Mountain King?
I don't know.
Sunshine doesn't know. It is Norwegian, yes, says Derelict. Ah, so we see. In the Hall of the Mountain King definitely sounds like a goat kind of song.
Called
we know it well.
bunad. It itches terribly, is way too warm and makes you look fat. But that doesn't stop us from smiling.
Are you goat or are you fish? Are you a goat or fish?
During traditional folk dances. After graduation from high school, we leave our moms and her dinners. We migrate to
We bet you still eat fish, though.
bigger cities and discover dinners that are much more enjoyable than mom's fish and potatoes. But we
More enjoyable than fish?
still like fish and
What's more enjoyable than mom's fish and potatoes, please?
potatoes. After moving to bigger cities, we find a job or a book to read and go out 2 days per week. We mingle and have sex. Actually, statistically
Oh, hey, TOS.
we are at the top of the scale when it comes to one-night stands. In Norway, also referred
Oh, maybe goat versus fish should go to Norway. How about that?
Celebration.
Yeah.
Go talk to the fish.
One night with goat versus fish sounds fun.
to as simple, easy enjoyment. Then we have babies and start a family. Our children are born with skis on their feet and then put them in pulks.
We
And make
already
them
heard
go
that
skiing.
verses.
Make lunch packets, scare them with stories about trolls, make them wear clothes that itches and tell them to kick hats, give them money so they can drink and drive and not read, so that they can repeat their cycles over and again. And they say now, hey, welcome to Norway.
Well, thank you for this information and education.
Celebrate.
Sunshine, what did you learn about Norway this versus?
I saw a lot of fish and didn't see many goats.
We have to agree. We must agree with that. We must agree with that.
They might be a fish positive society.
Fish positive. You got any goats in Norway? It certainly wasn't in that versus. Always thank Goat versus Fish, Derelict. Thank you for sharing your culture with Goat versus Fish. We were just looking at Sri Lankan culture this last verses, and we looked at some Norwegian culture this verses. Derelict, so you must be fish then, if you're with all that fish talk, or are you going against the fence and going goat, Derelict? We have to add your 15 versus American dollars to the board of Goat versus Fish. So we don't know. No Alpine Ibex. Of course, you know this. Well, it was you gave us all that Norwegian fish talk and to confuse Goat versus Fish. Celebration for Ibex.
Celebration.
15 versus American dollars for Goat. That puts Goat at 2,000 and Fish at 500 this versus. We had 500 for Goat, but 15 now from Ibex. 2,000 for Goat. 2,000 for Goat celebration.
Celebration.
So we thought we were going to get to review this whole book of illustrations, but it turns out we spent most of the verses building a table. Hey, Lucid Nap, you'd like this verses. We've got all these illustrations, so maybe we'll continuation this look at the illustrations next verses, because there's just so much beautiful goat and fish to go through. We want to give commentation to all of them. We'll do, but look, we'll show you this front-facing fish. Front-facing fish. Lucid Nap says goat, celebration for goat. So some will draw a fish from the side, but someone who's very ambitious will draw a front-facing fish. There is a fish emote. Some of you who are subscribed to GoatVsFish will have fish emotes. Show that fish emote. Show that fish emote. It's the front-facing fish emote. Show the front-facing fish emote in the congregation of GoatVsFish, because some say, "Oh, sad fish." It's like, why is the fish sad? It's something. The fish doesn't. Yes, Bayonin 420. Yes, you see. We don't think it's a sad fish. We just think that some fish just look like this. Sunshine, is that a sad fish, or is that just the resting fish face?
That's a contemplative fish.
Ah, it's pondering. It's pondering lava lamp fish. So we had that fish. And let's go back to goat. Here was a goat that was modeled after goat posed for a model, you see. And they said, "Oh, what's this goat's name?" And we said the goat's name is Pick. It's Pick the goat. The names of the goat and fish their names just used to be goat and fish, but recently it's been Pick the goat and choose the fish are their names. Pick the goat and choose the fish. So they did this illustration of Pick the goat. We said, "Oh, draw a goat or a fish." And they said, "Oh, do we draw from memory?" Or we said, "Well, if you want a reference goat, we do have a goat here." And they used Pick the goat as a reference goat and drew this fine goat. And we think it's a very fine looking goat. It's Pick the goat, all right. And what do we have here? We have a message. "Thank you, goats, for all your lovely cashmere." Ah, how about that? How about that? Cashmere goat. And, oh, my verses!
Dare contribution $5. Making fun of resting fish face is very spiciest of you. I accepted more of the actual GoatVsFish.
Appreciation. The fun. Well, okay, we can make fun of resting fish face for $5 American dollars. Hey, fish! That's a real silly face you got there. You know that? What fun. What fun is your resting fish face?
Look at its eyes all sideways.
Side eyes. All paranoid about goat, looking goat ways, looking fish ways, trying to find goats anywhere they can see them.
It has two lazy eyes.
Two lazy eyes. Lazy fish. Some fish get so lazy they become fishbone. So here's a fishbone, but it looks like a kissy face fishbone. Is that a cat next to a fish? So this versus here, we said, "Oh, draw an illustration," and they drew this cat, and then we said they just quickly drew this verses, and we said, "Oh, my verse is a fence sitter with and then they looked around and they said, "Oh, we're supposed to draw goat and fish." And so, without hesitation, they put horns and a beard on it. We said it could be a catfish. And they said, "No, how about a cat-goat?" They said, "How about a cat-goat?" And we said, "Ah, yes, cats have been catfish for so long in the catfishing. It's about time that catfish had met its verses in cat-goat." So this is cat-goat. Now, you'll notice this, that first someone drew goat. Someone drew goat. And then someone drew fish, and then someone drew fish. And then, without even any direction from GoatVsFish, everyone started drawing the goat on one side and the fish on the other. We did not tell them to draw the goat on one side and the fish on the other. The goat and fish, they are free to mingle, they're free to verses. But this is just an emergent property of GoatVsFish. You start the illustration, you start the illustrations, and then suddenly all the goats end up in congregation on one verses, all the fish end up in congregation on the other verses. Except for this cat goat. This cat goat invades the territory of fish. Appreciation for the $5 versus American dollars, Derelict Ticka. This cat goat invades the territory of fish by thinking, oh, it's going to be a catfish. No, it's a cat goat. And there's one other goat. This goat here. This is one of our favorite goats of the verses. You can see the split on the goat. Look how it's intrepidly moving past the fence, moving past the barrier into fish territory.
Whoa.
High-steppin' goat. It has all of the confidence. Is it confidence? Is it bravery? Is it idiocy? Is it stupidity? This goat is moving into fish territory. Fake news, says Derelict Ticka. Yeah. And then this goat just is so with so much adoration. Heart goat. It's like, is this goat lusting after the high-steppin' goat?
Uh-oh.
This some kind of romantical situation?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, what's
TOS.
Oh. That's okay.
And the fish are watching.
Now we also have this versus. So here is a shirted goat. Notice this goat is getting all dressed up. And we think it's got SGs on there for shade, and it's fishing. This goat is fishing.
Oh.
Fishing goat.
They try to trap him.
Trying to trap the fish. And then later in the verses, someone drew a fish over here. Drew a fish over here like this. Like this fish is... Oh, my verses, the fish is going to... The fish is going to bite the fence.
Uh-oh. Yes, Amber Heard. I was up late. Also, I accidentally... I brought a coffee at about 2 p.m. I fell asleep. I woke up at 6 p.m. Realized I didn't drink any coffee. I drank all the coffee. And then I ended up pretty late. And that's how the verses happened.
That's how the verses happened.
And same with this fish is about to, snap on the fence,
Toothy fish, too.
Yeah.
And they said, it's fishing, but there's no who's fishing? And we said, well, actually, this is probably just a continuation of this verses.
Yeah.
It goes under the sea of the fish, and then it's floating over there. It's floating over there. So there's all these emergent verses in Goat vs. Fish. When we start our collaborations, we think it's just so splendid, all of these goat and fish collaborations. If you exclamation Discord in the chat now, make an illustration of a goat or a fish. There were many there who said, we said to them, this is one way we got them to join in the congregation. We simply said, when's the last time you drew something for fun? And many of them said, it has been so many years.
How's Michelle with origami?
We'll have to ask. We do know that they did a golf tournament recently, so there's that. And then there's this goat. That's a heck of a goat there.
Oh, that's hi-fi.
Oh, that's hi-fi. Oh, hi-fi. We thought we recognized you. So we're going to take a look. Yes, Sunshine?
Oh, that's hi-fi before it goes into timeout.
So we're going to do a further investigation of these goat and fish on tomorrow's morning motivational. We got away halfway through the verses. We built a table. We learned about Norway. Crazy awesome merch. Crazy awesome. You thinking about getting some merch on Goat vs. Fish? That'd be nice. That'd be a nice versus. Recently, Goat vs. Fish did the first stream from the new computer of Goat vs. Fish. It's getting ready. It's getting ready. Got to see what you got. Oh, we got a lot. We got a lot. Ooh. We got a lot in the new store of Goat vs. Fish. But it has been a 2 hour and 17 minute stream of Goat vs. Fish. Apologization for the tardy start, but we think it's time to count the verses. It is time to count the verses. It is time to count the verses. Sunshine, can we finish off our final verses with some musications? Celebration. You got this. You got this, Sunshine. You got this. Time to count the verses. Time to count the verses, yeah. Are you goat or are you fish?
Celebration. Celebration.
Remember, if you don't follow Sunshine, exclamation SAN, twitch.tv/itssunshine streaming on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. is the typical schedule. Any adjustments can be given information to you by Sunshine, but that's when you can set your expectation. Lucid Nap says, I'm GOAT, count me too. Count me too.
Thank you, Crazy Awesome.
Crazy. Does that make me crazy? GOAT. GOAT. That's Lucid Nap's GOAT. And here's another 500 from Crazy Awesome. No, from Derelictica. Derelictica with 20 verse American dollars this stream. Appreciation. We believe in you, Derelictica. We believe in you. So here we have fish. We have 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9 fish. 9 fish, so that's 1 versus for fish. Because there are 9 fish and there are 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6 goat. So there are more fish than goat, so that's a versus for fish. However, when it comes to the bits, 2,500 for goat, 2,500 in contribution for goat. 500 for fish, 500 for fish, so that's a versus for goat. But of course, bits aren't the only way to support goat versus fish. There's also the subscriptions to goat versus fish, and we had 2 goat scribers this versus. 2 goat scribers. No subscriptions for fish, so that's another versus for goat. We did not have any polls, we didn't have any marble rolls, but sometimes there's only 3 verses. How many goat and fish? How many bits, how many tips, and how many subscriptions? So in the current verses, goats, if you want to steal another verses from fish, then you will need to find some more goat declarations. You will have to find 4 more goat declarations to steal the verses from fish. Fish, if you want to triumph, for 2,000 for 20 verse American dollars and 1 bit, for 20 verse American dollars and 1 bit, for 20 verse American dollars and 1 fence, you could steal the bits from the goat and make it 2 verses for fish and 1 for goat, or for 3 subscriptions, 1, 2, 3 subscriptions, 3 gifted subscriptions for fish, you could steal the subscription verses for goat, which would cost you less. And then it could be 2 for fish and 1 for goat. Otherwise, it's going to be the goat to triumph, and though the fish took 1 from Stationary Park Fest to end the 4 streak of goat, goat might take the streak right back from fish with 2 verses for goat and 1 verses for fish. Will the goat triumph? Will the fish throw some contribution? If the fish triumph, they can start a streak of 2. We will give you a few verses. We'll give you a few verses, fish, to ponder, to strategize. If you want to make any final contributions, as we give you a mini sunshine time. New Vegas fish, celebration for fish. New Vegas, we will count your fish. We'll count your fish. We will count your fish. And Derelictica by the verses. We want to inspire you, Derelictica, who have been so generous with your 5 verse American dollars. You're welcome to give us all the tips of 5 verse American dollars you wish, Derelictica, but consider making a contribution of 5 verse American dollars a month on patreon.com/GoatVsFish, Derelictica. Join the humble congregation along with Ben Birdperson, the Quaxinator, Jimmy Wrench, Mama Joe Vramajo, Standard Average, Tugger Rugger, Hogrim, Eldergrown, Uber Kitten, Patistador, Eventually Gold, Prism Bloom, Psychic Buckeye 12, and Drew. The Elite Humble Congregation for 10 verse American dollars a month with Lord Saturn, Karmic, Prue Lawrence, Atro, Sourdough, Watt 9807, That One Little Guy, Napoleon Doom. And the Unification Congregation with I Can Fix Amber Heard and Lysergic Fish. It sounds scray. Oh, it's very scray. But do that and you'll get special stickers of Goat vs. Fish. You'll be the first to get new stickers of Goat vs. Fish when they arrive, and there will be a new sticker. There will be a new sticker of Goat vs. Fish that looks like this. The calligraphy sticker of Goat vs. Fish, coming to a Patreon near you. Actual shiny calligraphy sticker of Goat vs. Fish. This will be turned into a decal. So yes, Derelictica, please consider joining patreon.com/GoatVsFish to get your name in the hallowed ranks of the congregation.
The hallowed ranks of the congregation.
In the hallowed halls of the congregation of Goat vs. Fish. Sunshine, any final verses? Maybe try to inspire your fish to spend 20 verse American dollars or gift 3 subs to win the verses. Want to try to inspire your fish?
Hey, fish, spend some money. Are you trying to lose or are you trying to win? The only way to get ahead in verses is to spend money so that we can buy fish lobbyists to advocate for your well-being. And it doesn't matter how many verse American dollars it takes. In the end, you will have to use capitalism to overtake the goats, and then by making the fish richer, you can get them to the front of the lobbyist line so they can have many a fish oil party.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, yesterday has been some late night verses. I streamed for up to 2 hours because I didn't have my sunshine time at the designated 2 p.m. PST time. Now I'm starting to think I might have my sunshine time later in the day.
Ah, that's so. Oh, my verses!
Dare contribution $5. This video showers us in supreme gold.
Another video for Goat vs. Fish for 5.
And as I conclude my sunshine time, I will be doing more gaming verses this week.
Ooh.
At random times, just to see how it is with the congregation as to whether I've noticed more of you have been showing up at around 4 p.m. 6 p.m. onwards. So I will keep gaming up to late. Shout out to eventually Gold, Wasted Height, I can get Amber Heard's Spoon Man, and a bunch more others who stopped by. New Vegas 10,000, and a bunch of others who stopped by to watch me verse in the Order 1886 and the new Indiana Jones game, which I'm playing right now. So
there's a new Indiana Jones game.
Well, yeah. By new, I mean it came out last year,
Mm.
but it's still it looks amazing. I'm very excited to play those verses, and I'll be doing a day 1 stream of the new James Bond game that's coming out later in about less than 10 days. It's a celebration.
What is this? This is $5 versus American dollars from Derelictica, who said, you need to watch this, Goat vs. Fish. YouTube CKY4 Gnarlic Mustard Man from Felix Mayer Huber, 7,700 views 16 years ago, 76 likes, and 5 subscribers. We think that's about all we can take of this versus.
We'll make the $5 count. We'll watch it.
That was Derelictica again with another $5 versus American dollars.
Yeah. So I think we should watch the whole video.
We should watch the whole versus, huh?
Yeah, just to make those $5 count on his end.
Okay. If you insist. We're reacting as hard as we can.
Whoa. This guy probably has his own energy drink.
CKY is a band that is in association with like Bam Margera and stuff.
Oh.
We cannot deny that views are going up since we started playing this mustardish versus.
Yeah.
This is what the internet craves. This is what they want. Let's get this. Let's get this. Let's get this. We'll sort of mustarify it like that.
I'd rather die than eat mustard flies in a bowl of shit they snot and die. You don't know how it feels.
We thought this goat or fish was supposed to like mustard, but now they're saying they'd rather die than eat mustard fries. A little confusing to goat versus fish.
Break my heart, rip it out instead of mustard. She'd rather fuck mustard, never mustard guy.
Even if they're saying something that's in violation of TOS, they are so impossible to comprehension that we think it's okay.
Yeah, everything's been related, so they can be nudity, and we wouldn't have no idea.
Don't take away from me the pleasure of the young girl who I'm gonna marry. You, I got a broken heart.
It does inspire Goat versus Fish. If this can be a music video on YouTube, then Goat versus Fish can surely make a music video as powerful as this. Lysergic Freakfish says, was interested in CKY recently when they brought the bassist and Twitch streamer Mike Leon. Oh, Mike Leon Shreds? Mike Leon Shreds is the bassist for CKY? Was. Whom I'm friends with, but then they fired him right away. LOL. Ah.
She wrecked my world. Now I'm allergic and on my knees and perverted. Mustard downloads in my ROM. I need a piece of shit. A lot can fill my head with mustard. Woo-woo. I don't need that. I like custard. Mustard. Marching for Mr. Mustard.
Mustard has had a resurgence in the memes with mustard.
Celebration. Oh.
There it was. There it was. All that's left for Goat versus Fish to do is this.
I crave sleep. I need bedtime and sour gummies. Oh, don't get any on your towel.
This isn't the first versus. Goat versus Fish has consumed mustard straight from the verses on a living stream.
It's not the one Hi-Fi drank from, right? Things you gotta do to get on AGT.
Smile, you've got verses.
This can show up in the nap time music video.
GoatVsFish, the goat do triumph, the goat do triumph over the fish! The goat to triumph over the fish. This has been your morning motivational of Goat versus Fish, along with musications by It's Sunshine, always joining us here on the Morning Motivations. Morning Motivations continue tomorrow. And as a matter of Goat versus Fish, we have a guest. We have a guest this Wednesday versus comedian April O'Neil. You may think, oh, I thought I heard that on Teenage Mutant Ninja Fencers. Well, you'll just have to ask them about the name and how's that part of their game. But yes, on Wednesday versus the 20th, we have a comedian April O'Neil who we met at the Hi-Fi Protege show. They're going to be here on Goat versus Fish. They're going to be here on Goat versus Fish on May 20th. So we've got a guest coming up this weekend. We have guests booked in future weeks. More and more guests are coming to Goat vs. Fish. More and more guests are requesting Goat vs. Fish on the Morning Motivational. And we've got Morning Motivational 100. 100 will be coming up. Will be coming up soon enough, Goat and Fish. As we have said, on the week of June 25th through the 28th. June 25th through 28th, that's Thursday versus Fry versus Saturday versus Sun versus June 25th through 28th, Goat vs. Fish, and we'll make a flyer for this too, but Goat vs. Fish is going to invitation all Goat and Fish from the universe around to join Goat vs. Fish in Encino. You will have to secure your own lodgings and transportation and all of that, but we're going to have a big fat 100th Goat vs. Fish Temple Stream Celebration Morning Motivational 100th versus celebration. So by all verses, come to Los Angeles and Goat vs. Fish and Sunshine, and we'll all entertain you. We'll all have fun and celebrations. We'll have some celebrations. Lucid Nap says, get some sleep.
Yay, thank you, Lucid Nap. I'll get some sleep.
You can just start sleeping now. The verses, it went to Goat, so if you want to start sleeping now while we do the radiation and all that, you're welcome to do so. And we'll see you all. Lysergic Freak Fish Celebration for joining us in the congregation. Hi-Fi Protege, Lucid Nap, Lord Saturn, I Can Fix Amber Heard, Bud Morgan, TML81, Derelictica. Appreciation, Derelictica, for all of your contributions to Goat vs. Fish. All of your fives of American dollars. They really add up to Goat vs. Fish. It is with great appreciation. Derelictica, appreciation for Goat, for the big Ibex Norwegian Goat. 5 American dollars to review a video. Seems fair enough to Goat vs. Fish. Seems fair enough to Goat vs. Fish. So we'll see you all in the next verses. We'll see you all in the next verses of Goat vs. Fish here on the Morning Motivation. Celebration for Goat. Celebration for Goat. Celebration for Fish. If you're on the fence, get off of it. This day isn't going to versus itself, but it will pass you by if you don't try to choose Goat or Fish and get out there and triumph. Do that thing you've been meaning to do. See through that thing you've been meaning to see through, and don't let any fences or Goat or Fish stop you. Here on the Goat vs. Fish Morning Motivation, we believe in you. Fish, better versus next time. And congratulations to Goat. Congratulations, Goat. And it was written, and it was written.